At 2 a.m. on a deserted city road, a lone woman waits for an auto. It seems like any other late-night journey. A passenger, a driver, and 7 kilometers to Avanti Nagar. But beneath the quiet streets and flickering streetlights, something more ominous awaits. When an auto driver spots her signal, neither passenger nor driver realizes that this routine ride will spiral into something far darker than either could imagine. As the auto weaves through empty streets under the cold moonlight, every turn brings them closer to a destination where nothing is what it seems. Join us for this spine-chilling tale by Dinesh Kumar that will make you question everything you thought you knew about late-night encounters. Some journeys change lives forever, others end them. You think this is just another crime story? Think again. Some journeys have no return ticket. At 2 a.m., a 31-year-old woman was waiting for an auto on a deserted road. When she waved her hand, a driver approached and said, "Madam." The auto driver asked the woman, and she replied that she wanted to go to Avanti Nagar. The driver took out his mobile and searched for Avanti Nagar on Google Maps because he was new to the city and had never been to Avanti Nagar before. The destination was 7 kilometers away. "It will be Rs 300, madam," the driver asked the woman. "Brother, 300 is too much," she replied. Looking at her from head to toe, the driver thought for a moment and said, "Okay, I'll take you." The woman got into the auto and they headed toward Avanti Nagar. After covering 4 or 5 kilometers, the driver kept staring at her through the mirror and singing, "Listen to this love, my dear, please accept it. Make the mistake of loving me." Frightened by the driver's behavior, she immediately called someone and spoke softly. The rickshaw driver stopped singing and tried to listen to her conversation. "Hello, Shalini. Are you coming to my house? You know my husband Vishal has gone to America and I'm alone at home." "No, yaar, I can't come. I told you in the afternoon," the other woman replied. Saying this, the woman angrily hung up the phone. The auto driver had heard her conversation, that she was alone at home tonight and her friend had refused to come over. When they reached in front of a bungalow, the woman asked the driver to stop. The driver saw silver written on the house. It wasn't just a house, but a luxurious bungalow. As the auto stopped, the woman got down and extended her hand to pay the driver. The driver grabbed her hand while taking the money and said, "Now that you've brought me here, at least offer me a cup of tea." Hearing this, the woman became even more scared. She freed her hand from the auto driver's grip and ran straight inside the gate. Seeing this, the auto driver smiled, then noticed the woman had forgotten her mobile phone on the back seat. Before she could come back for her phone, the driver started the auto and quickly left. After going some distance, he stopped the auto and looked at the mobile. It was an expensive phone worth 25,000 rupees. He was very happy seeing this, but noticed the phone was off. Just a while ago, she was talking on it, so how did it turn off so quickly? He thought maybe the battery had died. Suddenly, a scary plan came to his mind. After returning the mobile phone, he would go to the woman's house, put a knife to her neck when she opens the door, assault her, and then loot all the money from the house. But he needed an accomplice for this, so he called another auto driver friend and told him about his plan. When his friend heard that a beautiful woman was alone at home, he agreed to come. He gave his friend the woman's house address and asked him to come immediately while he waited outside the woman's bungalow. 10 to 15 minutes passed, but his friend hadn't arrived. He called many times, but his friend wasn't answering. The driver couldn't wait any longer. The woman's face kept appearing before his eyes, her hair flying in the wind, the scent of her perfume still in his nostrils. He messaged his friend, "I'm going inside. I'll leave the door open for you. Come quickly." He took out the knife hidden under the seat, and with the knife in one hand and mobile in the other, he went inside through the gate. He rang the doorbell but got no response from inside. He rang 3-4 times but still no response. He thought maybe the woman had gone to sleep. Thinking his plan had failed, he angrily hit the door, and it opened. He put the woman's mobile in his pocket and entered the house with the knife in his right hand. He closed the house door and looked around. It was a large hall. Seeing no bedroom on that floor, he went upstairs to the second floor. There, he saw an open bedroom door with the lights on. The auto driver crept silently into the room. No one was there, but he heard water running in the bathroom. He stood outside the bathroom door, thinking when the woman comes out, he would immediately put the knife to her throat. He heard the sound of the door latch opening from inside, and the auto driver became alert with the knife in his hand as the woman was about to come out. But 2 minutes passed, then 4 minutes, and she still hadn't come out. Finally, the auto driver pushed open the bathroom door. As soon as he did, the stench of rotting flesh entered his nostrils. He covered his nose with his left hand and looked inside the bathroom. Seeing the scene before him, the ground seemed to slip from under his feet. In the bathtub lay a pile of 8 to 10 corpses. As he was about to step back in horror, the woman came from behind and kicked the auto driver in the back, making him fall into the bathroom. As soon as the auto driver fell in, she quickly closed the bathroom door. When the auto driver looked to his right, he was drenched in sweat. He tried to get up and open the door, but it wouldn't open because the woman had locked it from outside. He realized the woman had deliberately trapped him in the bathroom. The auto driver started banging on the door and screaming loudly, "Madam, open the door! I'll touch your feet! Get me out of here! I made a mistake, madam! Please forgive me!" But there was no response from outside the bathroom, only silence. Finally, his hands started hurting from banging on the door. He looked to his right and saw the pile of corpses in the bathtub, stacked one on top of another. The shocking thing was that all the corpses were wearing auto driver uniforms. This meant they were all auto drivers. He looked at his own clothes. He was wearing the same uniform. Next to the bathtub was a pile of mobile phones. The driver took out the mobile from his pocket and was shocked again because it was exactly like the pile of phones there. He understood he had been trapped. The woman's statement about being alone at home and then leaving the mobile in the auto, it was all her plan, and he had badly fallen into her trap. He realized that all the auto drivers, just like him, had fallen into this woman's trap and had actually died here. What will happen to him now? To know the answers to all these questions and how to avoid such ghostly attacks, don't forget to watch the next part of this story. If you liked this story, please subscribe to us. Follow our Instagram and Facebook page. If you have any similar story, send it to us in the comment box. We will try to make your story the next animated story.